All right, good Saturday evening, South Mississippi. Meteorologist Taylor Graham here with your latest forecast. I know we had some parades that were scheduled to be on Sunday. Unfortunately, the weather was just not going to cooperate, and I'll show you that rain is almost going to be a guarantee tomorrow. Tomorrow overall looks like a nice day to spend some time inside, but once we get past tomorrow, we have a lot to look forward to in terms of our weather. But unfortunately, it was going to be raining on those parades, pun intended. Tomorrow is almost looking like a washout. Now, as for tonight, not really expect rain this evening. Things are still looking dry. We'll keep some clouds around the area. It's already getting pretty chilly as of about 9 o'clock. We're starting to see temperatures drop into the upper 40s. And by early tomorrow morning near the sunrise, we're going to be in the low 40s. And there's already a good chance that by the morning, we'll start to see some scattered showers across the area and the rain continuing to move in throughout the day. I've kept our rain chances pretty high going into the late morning and throughout the early afternoon. Rain pretty much a guarantee at some point during the day. It may be getting heavy at times. Heads up on that. As far as thunder and storms, not quite seeing a lot of potential for thunderstorms. We're going to be in what we call the cool sector. The air is going to be relatively chilly. We're not going to have a lot of instability to get some storms to fire off throughout the day, but good old-fashioned rain definitely in the forecast for our Sunday. As of right now, it's calm, it's chilly. We have temperatures in the upper 40s to the low to mid 50s, and we will continue to drop into the low 40s as we wake up on Sunday morning. So not only is it going to be chilly tomorrow, it's going to be rainy. Like I said, it looks like tomorrow is just a nice day to spend some time inside, but not too bad this evening. We're sitting at 54. Feels like a nice February evening. A little bit of a chill in the air, but nothing we can't handle. We are still going to stay overnight tonight. Satellite and radar showing some cloud cover moving in from the west, and there's all that rain that's heading in our direction on Sunday. That's the reason why those parades have been postponed here on the coast. And also, heads up, it seems like that's also the case for the New Orleans area. There were several parades that were scheduled to be going on tomorrow. A lot of those also have been postponed due to the weather, and in fact, New Orleans likely going to see more rainfall than what we have forecast here along the Mississippi coast. So the reason why we've got this rain developing, well, we have an area of low pressure starting to get a little bit more organized right along the Gulf Coast. This is going to be moving eastward tonight into tomorrow. Now, pay attention to where that warm front is. At this time, it's well to our south. Looks like the warm sector is going to stay to our south. Like I said earlier, we're in the cool sector. We're going to keep winds out of the east and northeast. If we were to be in the warm sector, I would say we would have a better chance of seeing some thunderstorms. We're in the cool sector. Again, this is just going to be some plain old rain throughout the day on Sunday. And you may even notice a little bit of that rainfall early tomorrow morning, even before sunrise. I expect many of us, once it's all said and done, to pick up about a half an inch of rain up to an inch and a half as we head towards Sunday evening. Most of the rain should be out of the way by Monday morning. So again, by the end of it all, a pretty good soaking rain in the forecast. Flooding, not necessarily too much of a concern. This is going to be consistent throughout the day. Some heavy downpours may lead to some localized flooding, but overall, flash flooding, not too much of a concern here in South Mississippi. Now, the farther southwest you go into parts of Louisiana, they have a better chance of picking roughly 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. Flooding may be a little bit more of a concern for those spots. But for us, this is just going to be some steady rainfall for the most part throughout the day. Hopefully, we're not going to see too many flooding issues. And once we get past Sunday, rain chances are looking pretty slim throughout the rest of the week. To be honest, most of this upcoming week is looking dry in terms of rainfall and also a little more spring-like in terms of our temperatures. That's not the case tomorrow. Temperatures really going to struggle to warm up much more than 50 throughout the day with all that rain. This is our latest run of Futurecast that we got in not too long ago. It does show some lighter rainfall moving in throughout the morning. That rain continuing as we head into lunchtime and going into the afternoon. More of those scattered showers, a few heavy downpours still going to be lingering along the coast. Notice there too, temperatures not really moving around too much. With the cloud cover, the rain, with a little bit more of that northeast wind, we may stay in the upper 40s to low 50s during the day. There is a brief window of opportunity that once the rain moves out by the early evening, we could warm up into the mid-50s, but I'll be honest, based off of this latest run of future, I may knock our high temperatures down a little bit more for Sunday. And it just overall is going to be a struggle to warm up much more than the low 50s, it seems like. Maybe some inland areas only getting into the upper 40s. By Monday morning, there could be a few showers sticking around. I do expect the majority of the rain to be out of the way late Sunday night and into Monday morning. And by Monday afternoon, chances are we're going to see some of the clouds break apart, giving us a little more sunshine. And I do expect many of us by Monday afternoon to warm back up into the mid-60s, which is much more typical for this time of the year, much more or closer to average, I should say, at least for the Mississippi coast. It's also going to be breezy at times throughout the day tomorrow as that area of low pressure gets closer to us. For the most part, we're expecting a northeast wind onshore. Offshore, more so of an easterly wind. May see some gust over 20 to 25 miles per hour. So a heads up to boaters tomorrow. We don't technically have a small craft advisory in effect, but things may be getting a little choppy at times. Of course, the rain also going to be causing some issues as well. As we head into Sunday night morning with that area of low pressure moving a little bit closer to us, the winds may be picking up a little bit more. We'll keep winds more so out of the north and east as we head into Monday. But if we get enough of that sunshine, we'll still manage to warm up into the mid-60s by the afternoon. But with that wind out of the north and east, that may make it feel a little bit cooler at times. Beyond Sunday, rain chances looking pretty much slim to none, at least through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There is a small chance for a few more showers on Thursday of this upcoming week. Looking at another cold front moving through the area, doesn't look like we are going to be seeing a big washout out of that system. Maybe a few quick passing showers on Thursday, not really amounting to much, not too concerned with that. And once we see that front pass through completely, things will briefly cool down by Friday. But beyond Friday, we have some really nice weather up in the forecast for this next upcoming weekend. So I know we have a lot of parades going on this next upcoming weekend. I've got a Mardi Gras forecast coming up in just a few moments. I do want to show the temperatures though as we head towards this upcoming week. Very spring-like. Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got highs in the low to mid 70s. Inland areas maybe pushing some upper 70s at times if we get enough of that sunshine. So that will be nice. That cold front cools us down a little bit by Friday. We'll be back into the mid 60s, but that's very close to average. And then to kick off the new month, which is going to be on Saturday, March 1st, believe it or not, we're already getting through another month. Temperatures likely going to be starting off in the low 70s, looking at more sunshine at that point. And so we are going to be wrapping up the month of February with some relatively quiet weather. Low temperatures over the next several days are going to stay well above freezing. In fact, we're going to be warming up. In terms of our low temperatures, by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we may see lows only in the low to mid 50s by Wednesday and Thursday morning. So for this time of the year, that's fairly mild. Not too bad for winter time. And like I said, temperatures are going to stay well above freezing, at least throughout this upcoming week. That doesn't necessarily mean we're done with freezes for the entire winter season. Even over the past 5 years, we've had times where we've had freezes as late as mid-March. On average, for Gulfport, our last freeze is right around February 21st, which was yesterday. However, that's an average. History tells us that we have seen freezes in March before, so I would still hold off on planting anything at this point. Don't let this warm spell fool you that we've got in the forecast this upcoming week. I would still hold off. Who knows, by the time we get into mid-March, there's still the potential we could see some freezes across the area. Now, once we get into mid-late April, that's when things definitely become fair game. At least where I grew up in Kentucky, which I know is a little bit farther north, or much farther north, I should say, the rule of thumb was to wait until after Easter Sunday. I would say at this point for South Mississippi, that's a good rule there. But at least through mid-March, we have seen freezes, and in fact, we've had freezes just a few years ago. So hold off on planting anything at this point. We'll get there. History tells us that things usually warm up quite a bit as we get into the month of April. But this week, kind of a false spring, if you want to call it that. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're back into the 70s, overnight lows, well above freezing. Looking ahead at the next upcoming weekend, like I said, we have a lot of Mardi Gras parades going on Saturday and also that following Sunday. Temperature-wise, we're going to be in the 70s, looking at a lot of sunshine, it seems like, Saturday and Sunday, going into Mardi Gras weekend. Looking at Lundi Gras, also expecting temperatures to stay in the 70s. Now by Lundi Gras and Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, there are some hints that maybe we could have a few showers. Rain forecast at this time we're less confident in. I am more confident though that things are looking warm for Monday and also for Fat Tuesday. Looks like this year it's going to be a warm Mardi Gras. We're forecasting highs at this time at least in the low to mid 70s. Farther inland could even be a little bit warmer than that. Generally speaking, looks like the weekend heading into Mardi Gras is going to be really nice. Rain not going to be an issue, it seems like, for parades on Saturday or Sunday. So that is some good news. Hopefully I can leave you with that there, and hopefully you can look forward to a nice warm Mardi Gras this year. I know the kids have school off. Some people have work off. Looks like the weather will be pretty nice this year. We'll keep a close eye on things in terms of rain chances, but for now, I'm pretty confident that things are going to be warm over the first few days or the days leading up to Mardi Gras. But tomorrow, different story. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be chilly. Once we get beyond that, the weather should be improving quite a bit over the next several days. I'll have another update on our forecast coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. Hopefully you can join me there. For the time being, I am going to be getting ready for our 10 o'clock newscast and hope to see you there.